In the game you're about to see, I end the game with 12 kills, 10 assists, and 1 death, and I would not have done it without the help of the best Graves player. This is everything I've learned from Tarzaned. I'm sure you all know Tarzaned, multi-season challenger player in multiple regions, very prestigious player, and if you don't know, that's okay, just follow along and maybe you'll learn something. Tarzan has always spouted that Graves is a consistent champ. If you know where to go and what to do, you can get yourself snowballing harder than Nunu and Willump, or any jungler for that matter. In Champ Select, I picked towards the end, so why did I choose Graves? What was my plan before I got into the game? Well, let's see. I have Caitlyn Heimerdinger bot lane, 2 squishy characters that if I path down towards, I can get a kill on pretty easily. Morgana mid lane, whose spell shield doesn't affect me, and Warwick, who, if they get behind, they're out of the game permanently. So if everything goes right and I get kills on everyone else, the only tanky character would not be a problem to me. So my default is to start topside and go bot lane, but what I do here is I look for an invade. Almost every game that Tarzan plays, he looks for an invade, and that's because messing up the enemy jungler in any capacity is a telltale sign that you are going to win the game. So I'm looking to see if I can invade when I see Sai on top walk into 3 of my teammates in my jungle. So I go and I push their blue side when I see Warwick over here who takes 3 shots. I kite him like a god. So I place a ward down to see his blue side, but he's still going to pressure me because his level 1 is better in theory. Sion and Morgana are now here, who Morgana started W. Warwick right here flashes for Mundo to try to get the lifesteal and try to get the kill, but just does not get it. We poker a little bit, but right here I want to get the blue buff. But I know Warwick is already back and already alive, which is my mistake. I should have started blue. I just did not want to get collapsed on. So instead I start red and I go back to my default plan. Now, right after I finish this red buff, there's this piece of terrain between the red buff and Krugs that I can pass through with my E to get a faster clear time. So here I am doing my Klugs, and Sion top is actually like trying to hard push the wave. You can't see it right now, but is just trying to harass and hard push the wave on Mundo with his Q. So I look top, and Sion has not a lot of mobility. He usually starts Q and W, so his slow is on his E. He flashes, and I get my second kill of the game. So I've got a pretty good lead, and I know that Warwick is a little bit behind because at the start of the game we killed him and we set him back a few seconds on his jungle clear. So I'm pretty uncontested if I want to recall and buy, or I want to finish my clear, and I just choose to finish my clear. Something of note and something that I do want to point out is that in all of Tarzan's videos, he starts with the middle raptor, and that is because Graves' shotgun shot and his Graves' spread can affect all of the raptors and damage as many as possible when you shoot the middle one. Right here after this raptor, I get level 3, and once I get level 3, I put 2 points into Q instead of putting it into W. I just know that I'm clearing down, and I'm going to clear all my camps and try to clear down to bot side, and putting 2 points into Q will give you more damage, will give me more damage, will give me more damage, and it will give me more damage, and it will give me more, it will give me more damage, and it will give me less cooldown on my Q. So as I'm doing my blue buff, I decide to hit this vision cone and throw everything I said about clearing all my camps out the window. I want this scuttle crab. I love neutral objectives. I'm ahead of Warwick. It's going to give me vision, so I decide to take it. And Warwick does show up, and he tries to contest it. Unfortunately, though, the game was bugged, and I was also lagging at the same time, so I call for my bot lane to help, and I do have to flash for this Soraka to heal me. But other than that, we try to poke out the Warwick, and we do get him pretty low. So after that, I go up to my Gwamp, but then I turn around, and you're like, Ben, why are you turning around to your Gwamp? Look at what I see. a low Caitlyn and a low Heimerdinger in the bot lane. I EQ, auto. That's another kill for Benasaurs. And then I just give Jhin the kill because I didn't really want it, and I'm pretty generous. So I go back up to my Gromp, because when you're playing jungle, you're always trying to do something. You always want to be doing something that will get you gold. After my first back, here are the standings. I'm 3 kills, 1 assist, 23 CS, 2 wards. Need a ward more. I back and I get my Dirk, and I get a hammer too. I do have magical footwear, so I don't have to worry about getting boots. As you can see on the screen, I'm pretty fast anyways. I go mid. Her shield does nothing to me, and I'm pretty uncontested. I'm at a spot where I can snowball and get kills and do a lot of damage. Warwick comes mid, tries to do something. I don't honestly know what he was trying to do, but then after that I just start counter jungling, in which I have so much of a lead. I should be counter jungling more. The rest of this video is gonna be more of a highlight reel, as the game is already pretty decided. 4 kills, 1 assist. Coming to gank bot again with my lead. Hold your breath. This could be something amazing and incredible. Just kidding. April Fools. It's actually opposite day, by the way, because I get a kill on this Heimerdinger. I get stuck in the Caitlyn trap, but then I move back up to drag because Heimer's dead. We can easily do drag even without my team, but Caitlyn keeps on moving up, so I W her, and Jhin hits his W, so I give Jhin another kill because he hit his W. This is where I take my second back of the game. I back and I get my Youmuu's Ghost Blade, and you can tell Youmuu's is activated because of the way the video is so fast. There's another game-changing terrain entry with my E, and here comes another one right up here. I E that wall so that I can stay out of the vision of the Scuttle Crab. It's actually very advanced. So here I am doing Rift, and while I'm doing Rift, I'm looking topside. I can see Mundo's minions are low, and I just saw Sion eat an entire wave, so I know Sion's wave is going to push into Mundo. I get Rift. He knows I'm topside. I just walked on vision. I pop Youmuu's. Wait. I don't pop Youmuu's yet. Why? So I'm clearly forfunning the game, because if I was actually trying, I would have Youmuu'd as soon as I got Rift. Oh my god. Okay, sorry about that. I go mid, dodge a skill shot, Q, auto, half healther. Her shield does nothing still. It's still a magic shield. It doesn't do anything against AD. And I E over the wall. Get a little gold from the tower. Whenever you use Rift Herald, it doesn't matter where you are. You can get gold anywhere as long as it gets tower plates. And guess what I'm going to do? That's right. I'm going to gank the bot lane. And Jhin would not have gotten those kills without me being there, because I was zoning them off from exiting, because otherwise, you know, the kills would have gone to me. Gotta stay humble. While I'm doing this drag, if you see anything in the video that could use improvement, it could be leak related or it could be video related, let me know in the comments. I've never really done any of these commentary videos before, so this is my first one. But I could tell you what I did do was I did place a ward, and I did see Warwick and Sion trying to go mid lane to kill my brand. And my brand is pretty fed, and he's more fed after that. because Morgana mid is just not a good pick. Never pick Morgana mid. After those assists, I go into my red side and I clear it, which leads to my third back of the game, in which when you're ahead and when you have a lead, you're not really supposed to back very often. Maybe, I mean, once or twice early game to get the item lead, and then you'll have your map pressure. I'm looking at all my lanes right here, and I can see in the top left-hand corner of the screen, Warwick shows up in vision, and I'm already on my blue side, so that's going to be a free kill for me. So here you go. I hit my Youmu's like how I'm supposed to, and guess where I'm going? I think you could see the map. I hit that ping on the Jhin to let him know I'm going in, and I do so much damage to her. It's actually kind of, I don't like watching this anymore. It just makes me sad. Warwick did not show up to this bot side gank, which good on him, because I would not try to counter jungle someone that I know is going to beat me. So instead I go into his bot side, see if he did his camps, which he did. Here are the standings: 606, 600 gold bounty. I place a ward here, so you can't say I'm not warding. I Youmu's here at the wrong time again. Morgana flash, ignite, Warwick flash, R, I flash, he smites, he Qs, he E's, his whole kit is gone. He's just kind of playing like a maniac. I get some downtime here, and in that downtime I wait and I hit up these raptors. One of the best parts about Graves is he has really good lifesteal on his camps. So, and that's one of the best parts of League too, is CSing, always having something to do, and always getting gold from doing things. If you're not getting gold when you're not doing anything, you're not winning the game. So you're going to see here in the second, Warwick comes and shows up and tries to kill Mundo again, and just these guys, Sion and Warwick, are just, it just feels like win trading, honestly. I don't kill Sion because, not because I'm reloading, but because I want Dr. Mundo to get his Heartsteel stack so that he can scale. After getting those kills with my teammate Mundo, I hit up this Gwomp to get the counter jungle on this Warwick, so he's behind, can't play the game. I W this wolf camp. No wolves. Dodge 2 skill shots, because this Morgana just doesn't know who I am. Youmu's, get the cannon. I got it, trust me. And it is time to get Dragon. Here I am coming down to Dragon. Comes up in like a couple seconds. I see Warwick trying to gank this Jhin. He always hits his W. He's one of the best players. Shout out Jhin. Sir Thunder Dance. Good job. I hit the R. Just not on the person that I wanted to hit on. There goes our second death of the lobby. The Soraka does die. Second time. It is not a perfect game. But this is what Tarzan taught me. He taught me that I should go behind the tower and I Q and then get the kill on Caitlyn. Entire team wipe happened in the bot lane. Therefore, I go and I get this red buff. I'm just watching at this point. I don't even care. But I do know when I was killing that red buff, I let my pet kill it, because the pet does like a kind of like burn damage where it kind of like hits. Like there was old smites or old like jungle items where you would hit up the jungle monster and it would burn it, and like you could walk away from it and it would die. But now the pets will attack it, and the attack of it is kind of like a burn, if that makes any sense, because it's doing like passive kind of damage. Aweosmes. And guess what? I killed a Caitlyn. I actually didn't kill the Caitlyn. I gave it to the brand, but I sit here at the tower, and I sit and I wait, and I last hit it. Make sure I stroke my ego, because I want to see my profile picture, or I want to see Graves' picture show up when I kill the tower. You could see in the bot lane, I pinged that the Heimerdinger is down there. I can't. There's no strategy to it. Once you're fed, there's no strategy. You just shoot him. He dies. After I clear this wave and push the wave, it's free gold for me. I take the diving board pool portal into spawn, and I get the collector. Here are the standings: 10-0-9. I have the collector, and I start building Bloodthirster because they're all squishy. They're all feeding, and there's no point for me to have anything else other than Bloodthirster to just get free kills. My entire team is trolling. They're just like for funning and like feeding kills into them, because I mean that's how you make the game fun. Is there has to be a challenge, otherwise if you are gambling and you only ever win, that's hell on earth. A sauna is only fun when you know that you can get out of the sauna. Here's the last thing I want to talk about before I kill this Warwick is you could see that I'm... God, Brand, you're so terrible. You could see that I'm kind of dragging the camps to where I'm going to go to next. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I one-shot it because I'm so fed. But I drag the camps to where I want to go to minimize the amount of time that I'm like walking. When you're dragging your camps to where you're gonna go, you can do multiple things. You can hit multiple targets at the same time to get a faster clear, and that's what a lot of pro junglers do. I see the Rift Herald die in front of me. It's horrific. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. With the Rift Herald dying, though, you know that Baron is coming up in a few seconds. I see Morgana mid. Aweosmes. I'm shielded. And Trillia. I just killed Morgana. And then I shoot the Heimerdinger. And Dr. Mundo takes my kill for the Heartsteel stack. I give it to him for the Heartsteel stack. Here are the standings: 11-0-10. 700 gold bounty. And I tell my team, I ping my team, I'm going Baron. And I just start it. And when I just start it, they start to rotate, and that's how they know I'm the alpha. I'm the playmaker. I tell everyone, I tell all my team, I'm the in-game leader. I let them all know that we're taking Baron, and I decide when we take it. When you're taking Baron, though, you want to have the tank players. If you're a damage dealer, you want to stand back, and you want to have the tank dealers just stand right in front of Baron's face, because if the closest person to Baron gets 50% reduced damage to the Baron. That's why the tank has to stand as close as possible, and then the damage dealers stand a little bit further back. There's that Graves wall hop that I always do. Drag is almost up. Caitlyn is mid. Look at this noob. Lol. But after that Baron back, I've fully completed my Bloodthirster, and here's the absolute best moment of the game. I'll just let you watch. Oh my god. I'm gonna pause it. Hold on. This is what every Graves player lives for. I've put on the cinematic view. Absolute two-shot. And there I go. So I think you can assess what happens next after we got the dragon. We're setting up and we're just sitting around in their base for a little bit, which actually reminds me of a story of the great founding philosopher Socrates, who had what was known as the Socratic method, where he would just ask questions over and over again until he found an answer. And in Athens, everyone thought he was just like so crazy, and they really hated how much he asked questions, so they put him on trial for blasphemy. So what do you do when you're on trial for blasphemy? I'll tell you what Socrates did, which was he demanded to be compensated for the knowledge that he was giving the youth, and that did not go over well for him. He had the choice to be exiled or to be put to death, and he chose to be put to death, which is actually very crazy, but he wanted to be a martyr. He wanted to die for a cause, and that's what I'm doing here after I got the tower. Some would call Tarzaned the Socrates of League of Legends, and I would agree, because he taught me to die right there. This is the cause I'm dying for. It's for my team to be inspired, be motivated by my sacrifice. It's like when you sacrifice a piece in chess to get a checkmate. The outcome, it's just there's a greater good there. So I want to thank you for joining me today in reviewing my best Graves game as of recent in ranked. I'm sure I've had better. I'm sure I could have done better, but your view and your support is very, very appreciated. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if I should bring back off-meta metas and stop making so many YouTube shorts. And as always, have a good one.